Okay, so now let's go through your tutorial for your energy store itself. Now, for question 1 itself, what is the energy store with your greatest amount of energy at X and Y respectively itself? So it is actually your gravitational potential energy store. So basically, I'm going to write it down in short form. But during exam itself, please do take note, you should write it out in full. So your gravitational potential energy store and your kinetic energy store respectively. Now, the reason for that is because you have the highest height at X. And then when you fall all the way down over here at Y itself, you actually have the max speed at the bottom. So because of the height, you have GPE store, energy in your GPE store. Because of your speed, you will have energy in your kinetic energy store itself. Okay? So next, after the stone hits the ground itself, you see the keyword here, it is stationary. Now, whenever it's stationary itself, your KE itself, or the energy in your kinetic energy store will be 0. So there is totally no energy in your kinetic energy store. So the thing is, what happened to the energy? It must have transferred to other energy stores itself. Why is that so? Because recall your conservation of energy. Okay? So the thing is, since the stone is stationary, there is no more energy in your kinetic energy store or just your kinetic store itself. Since energy cannot be created nor destroyed, this energy must definitely be transferred to other forms of, to other energy stores itself. Therefore, there is no energy in your kinetic energy store. Okay? Next, describe your energy transfer for the following scenarios itself. For your hair dryer, now your hair dryers obtain energy from the socket. So, first thing, whenever we're dealing with any kind of electrical device itself, there will be energy transfer by electricity or by electrical methods. Okay, electrical work done itself. So you need a very, very specific phrasing itself. So energy will be transferred electrically by an electric current. You must have this keyword for most of your schools itself. So do take note from where? From the socket to your internal and kinetic energy store. So this one is from the heat produced from your temperature gain, right? And from your kinetic energy when you have moving air. So when your fan is blowing it, it's moving, you have kinetic energy in that kinetic energy store. Okay? And next, for your battery-powered light bulbs itself, same thing. Because we're dealing with electrical devices, it is transferred electrically by an electric current. From where? Because we know it's a battery itself, you mentioned about your chemical potential energy store of the battery to your internal energy store of your bulbs itself. Okay? Because when you basically provide energy to your light bulb, it will actually heat up. And when it heats up, it will actually produce light afterwards. So normally we don't talk about your light because light is no longer it's not a energy store. Okay. Next one over here, you will have your roller coaster ride itself. Now, your roller coaster ride itself, the thing is point X, which is on top, and point Z, which is down here. Question is asking us, why do you have less energy in your gravitational potential energy store itself? So all we need to do is recall back how do we know or how do we determine that there is energy in your GPE store? The thing is, your energy in your GPE store depends on your position